Hey, what's going on? Gerald Fernando here. Welcome to Walk and Talk with Gerald, a brand new TikTok show where we explore New York City and find fun and inspiration through the very best theater, independent film, emerging artists, and nightlife. On today's show, we go behind the curtain of a brand new off-Broadway show called Walking with Bubbles. Did you ever see a Broadway show and ever think about its stars and what their lives might look like the moment they exit stage door? Broadway veteran Jessica Hendy, of Cats and Aida fame, demystifies her world beyond the curtain calls and 8-show weeks in this powerful one-woman musical about a single mom named Jessica raising her son Beckett, affectionately named Bubbles. I came in knowing the theme is mental illness, but the way that this is revealed is jaw-dropping. It was a privilege and honor to get to photograph the red carpet for this incredible show. I was also happy that masks are optional in New York City now, because I was hoping the ubiquitous creative energy of the cast, the creative team, and all the lovely guests was contagious. And you know what felt so good? The strong and palpable sense of community I've always felt from the theater business. The night didn't even feel like business. It just felt like friends or family coming together and enjoying their common infatuation for theatrical art and supporting the work of one of Broadway's most beloved performers, Jessica Hendy.
Oh no! I teach you these things and you screw them up. All right.
So nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Are you gonna come to the party for a little bit? Yay, I'll see you there. Woo! Congratulations! In my first series of episodes of Walk and Talk with Gerald, join me as I find the fun and inspiration at the opening night party of Walking with Bubbles, which took place at the exquisite Lady Blue. Come be a fly in the wall and feed off the electrifying creative energy of the lead star Jessica, the rising star composer and lyricist Bryan Batt, and the show's powerhouse creative and producing team that manifested this show into fruition.
Everything. Just at a curtain call. The amazing team we have is, I would just say that
we're gonna fight. This has been the smoothest process from reading to tonight.
This is Walk and Talk with Gerald. I am at the opening night party in Hell's Kitchen for the beautiful musical, Walking with Bubbles. I am graced with the presence with the lovely vocalist, NATALIE DOUGLAS. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm thrilled to have seen this show.
So tell me how you felt about it. What did you think?
I think it's beautiful, and more than beautiful, it's important. It's this perfect blend of Jessica's story in her own words, but then Brianna has written songs that sound like Jessica's words. And so the piece together is this seamless, unfolding, and you just get completely captivated by it, and it's emotional and funny and moving, and most of all, it's honest, and that's what's so great about it.
I know a little bit of your work. I know that you're drawn to music, to lyrics that really do tell a story, and I feel that Brianna Batt did an amazing job of storytelling.
Absolutely. They spoke with one voice, and that's one of the reasons the piece is so strong. In addition to Jessica's performance, I mean, it's seamless. It's just excellent.
Now I am graced by the presence of beautiful performer Ashanti ARIA.
Hi, sweetheart.
Oh my God.
Good to see you.
So good to see you. So Ashanti here was in the tour of The Prom. Congratulations to you, by the way.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's so amazing that you're here and supporting off-Broadway for this one-woman musical, Walking with Bubbles. What did you think?
I thought it was beautiful. I've done a lot of work off Broadway, and it doesn't really matter the size of the theater. It's really about the message, and there was so much courage on that stage and so much love and so much hard work and beauty poured in. I loved it.
She basically took a story very personal to her, and she used her gift for singing and storytelling to tell it in a meaningful way. Absolutely. We just want to say congratulations to you, Jessica.
So tell me a little bit about you. What's happening with you? This is beautiful, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Sparkle.
Thank you.
This is Broadway, and you're in a headband right over here.
This is just a casual Monday evening for
Monday.
me. I'm kind of an oddity in that I'm a person who lives in several different worlds. Like, I've sung background for legends like Gloria Gaynor and Ronnie Spector, and I've done Broadway and I've done off-Broadway and I've done tours, and I've just always found a way to communicate stories and to use all my gifts to do that. So yeah, so right now I'm going to do a show at 54 Below, lending background vocals to a beautiful artist named Audrey. I have an episode of a Hulu show that's coming up.
Ooh.
And an actor's life today is about auditioning. I have a film called Vile that's going to be airing at the Angelica on May the 23rd. So there's that.
54 Below, Angelica. These are the best places to go in New York City. Listen, Ashanti, it was a pleasure to meet you. This is a big industry. It's a small world. But at the same time, it's really nice to meet genuinely kind people. Not only talented people, but genuinely kind people. But what you do just inspires so many. I just hope a lot of people see this, a lot of people that want to aspire to what you do. So congratulations to you and best of luck.
Thank you, and congratulations to you, because you are a genuinely kind person who does wonderful at their job and brings the best out of people and sees the best shows.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Here I am, graced with the presence of the legendary Bryan Batt. Hello, Bryan.
Hey, how are you?
I am doing great. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm reeling from this wonderful show, Walking with Bubbles. She was amazing. I've done a one-man show, and it is exhausting. And she also sang, riveting songs, and like hitting notes, like really through incredible emotion. And I was just moved so much. I love being in New York. I love seeing theater, and off-Broadway is alive and kicking with Walking with Bubbles.
Yes, and you would know a lot of off-Broadway. So one of my favorite plays of all time is Paul Rudnick's play Jeffrey. Such a great play ahead of its time. So why do you feel that Broadway is so important to tell stories?
Theater has told stories since the dawn of time. You know, the cavemen sat in a cave and went, I'll tell the story while you sit by the fire and make sure the fire's on me. Not literally, but, light. So, we all want to tell great stories, and Jeffrey was a great story, and Broadway is the epitome of theater storytelling. It's the top of the top, and I'm up here this for a while, seeing a bunch of Broadway shows.
Yes.
I was lucky to be invited to the opening of Sweeney Todd, which was just...
Oh my God, you got Bryan Batt's approval.
God, it was genius. It is the performances, the staging, Tommy Kahle's work, Annalee's work, Josh's work, everyone's work was just top notch. It's fantastic. I saw, Leopoldstadt, brilliant. I'm seeing Shucked, Camelot. I can't wait. I'm seeing a bunch of Fat Ham. A friend of mine produced it. I can't wait to see it. I don't live in New York anymore full time.
Oh, you don't?
No, I go back and forth. I'm living in my hometown, New Orleans, which I love.
I didn't know that.
I know, but I go back and forth. It's only a 2.5 hour flight, and I come up all the time. But we forget how great Broadway is.
Yeah,
You live
I
here.
totally agree.
You live here all the time, and I talked to some of my friends. And they oh yeah, well that show, maybe the lighting, oh shut up. You don't know what it's like to live in other cities and not see the best of the best. And I always try to find something great in a show. You never blame the actors, because the actors are always great. That's just how I feel.
Yes.
Content, whatever. But on Broadway, there's a level of brilliance that is not achieved anywhere else but on Broadway.
Yes. Commercial theater as a whole, it is just amazing. It just warms my heart to see that Broadway and off-Broadway is back at full force after this pandemic. How does it feel for you to feel like things are back to normal again, more or less?
I love it. I love it. Fingers crossed I'm doing this play in London and then here. Last year I did at Second Stage. I did a play called To My Girls, which was just heaven. It was so great to be back on stage, and I love Second Stage. They do such great work.
Yeah, they do.
And it was just Stephen Brackett was the director who directed a little show called Strange Loop. You don't know what you've lost until it's almost completely taken away from you.
Yeah.
So you appreciate it more and more. So go see theater at any cost. Like pay full price if you can. Get the cheap tickets if you can. Whatever, but support it. And because there's nothing like it.
Yes. And you know what else? There's nothing like your iconic hair, Bryan. You always have the most perfect hair. I'm so glad I get to see it in person.
You're very kind. It's getting a little gray, but that's okay. I turned 60 this year, and
you look amazing. You look amazing.
You're very kind, but
And
when I think of
nothing
all
wrong
my
with gray hair, I have it too. I'm 41.
when I think of all my friends that I've lost over the years, because of AIDS, I'm so honored to be here and to be in the theater and carrying on the little torch because we lost so many and people forget.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to bring it down, but anyway.
It's okay. Bryan, I just want to thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me. You are a pleasure. You are a light in this industry, and I look forward to everything that's coming next for you.
Pleasure. Thank you so much.
Take care. Take care.